Welcome back, man. Thank y'all for everybody who been jumping in the chat with y'all. I wanted to come on here post San Diego Comic-Con, all the craziness that went down this past week. I wanted to hang out with y'all, chill with y'all, everybody that comes in here. Thank you for all the love, for everything that's gone down the past week. Let me check out who's in the chat. As you always know, if you're in the chat, the super chat is going to be the best way possibly to come through to me. I'm also doing a bunch of giveaways to the super chat today, so stay tuned to that. Shouts out to Jace Jones. Can't stay, but I wanted to say I hope you had a good con and keep doing what you're doing, sir. I'll say this for later. Peace out and hashtag the Bulls. Yo, to the crib. Rudy Rueda, what's happening? Man, yeah, it was a long ass week. I've never gone the full 5 days. And I'll never go the full 5 days again. Ever. Like, that was the last thing I'll ever do. What's up, IMAX? That's the last. That is a workout for your soul. You know, like when people always have those shirts that say, I survived Comic-Con, like that shit is real. Man. On top of being there, enjoying the con, and working, doing interviews, recaps, news breaking, everything, man, that was bananas, and I am grateful to be a part of it. I'm going to talk about that too, Anthony, for sure. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's just get into it, man. First of all, let me just tell you, a lot of stuff that I won't talk about or if I haven't gone in depth about, it is available right now on the Mad Titan podcast, on episode 34 of the Mad Titan podcast. I highly recommend y'all go check that out. It is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, everywhere. My guest was Dorian Parks. I say like I forget. My brain is so scrambled. Dorian Parks, man, creator of Geeks of Color. Y'all see him on collidervideo.com. His segment he was doing, Millennials Must Watch, and everything. So me and Dorian, we did the episode on the train, on the way back from San Diego. And when I tell y'all it was the rawest, realest shit I think I've ever done in life, I had a blast with Dorian, and we got to definitely do it again. What was the first thing I was going to acknowledge? Yo, Blade. So, Pert-minded, what's happening? So let's talk about, I think that was one of the biggest announcements total. The fact that they are redoing Blade in the MCU. Now, it's been talked about happening for a long time. Of course, Wesley Snipes had been campaigning for the joint. Now, y'all know me. I'm a Wesley stan. I've been a Wesley stan, meaning big ass fan. I've been a fan since I was a shorty, loving him in all the movies I watched coming up. Of course, I watched him in New Jack City, which got me hooked on the man as an actor. Then I had the pleasure of working with the brother in Chirac, so I was like, I'm going to be all support for Wesley Snipes. And I heard he was talking to Marvel for a minute. I didn't know how serious talks was going. But then Kevin Feige was like, Mahershala Ali, come up on this stage and put your hat on like a #1 NBA draft pick. Drop the hat on, the blades on the hat, the blade come on the screen. And I have to say, if you've been watching me for months on different shows that I've been on, if you've been listening to the Mad Titan podcast, which I highly recommend you do, I've been telling y'all this shit for the longest. Like, Mahershala Ali for Blade. I told y'all J.K. Simmons will be reprising his role as J. Jonah Jameson. I told y'all a lot of different things that have happened, but a lot of people be like, Jay just talking shit. So y'all gonna start to learn to listen to your boy. That was a good thing. Also for me, not only seeing Mahershala there, but Tiana Paris being cast as Monica Rambeau, the older Monica Rambeau. We saw little Monica Rambeau in Captain Marvel. And again, Tiana and I worked together. We worked together in Chirac, and so I followed Tiana's career before then when she was on Mad Men, what she's done in Survivor's Remorse on Stars, to being in If Beale Street Could Talk, and now on Point Blank on Netflix. Like, I am so happy for her to watch everything she does. We developed like a family and a bond in the time we were all filming. Me, Tiana Paris, Michelle Michinor, Lala, Sarunas Jackson, everything. So it's so many, man. So to see that and to know that she's part of the MCU as part of the WandaVision, which is supposed to be crazy as fuck, I'm loving that. Also, again, it's a lot of y'all coming in the chat. I don't want to be that dude. Super chat is the best way to catch questions. So I'm going to go to some of them in a second. Give me a second. The WandaVision news is so dope because it's going to turn a lot of things on their head. I think this is how we get to that House of M storylines, basically where she goes mad and crazy. I think we get the twins, the kids that Wanda and Vision have. And they said that it will... Ali easily passionate. He'll get his ass in the gym. Okay, let me see. Let me show that. That was about Mahershala. It's she'll go crazy, but what that'll do is we'll get the House of M route where she potentially takes away abilities. But I think because they said it'll tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I believe more than likely that Scarlet Witch, if she's finally called that, because she hasn't been called Scarlet Witch in the entire time we've seen her. Just so y'all know, we know she's Scarlet Witch. She has not been addressed as Scarlet Witch. She is still Wanda Maximoff, right? I think she might be the bad guy of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So that's that real quick. The Shang-Chi announcement too. Don Lee is the director. Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. Tony Leung is the Mandarin. Awkwafina out there. Yo, Awkwafina is killing the game. And y'all got to give that woman her props. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to go to the chat. I'm going to see who I can find. Let's see. I'm going to go with EON001. Unpopular opinion was kind of met on the Blade news. I was fixated on Snipes or Jai White to get the role. I don't think Michael Jai White, I don't think Michael Jai White would have got that one. Real talk. I think there's some other things in the works for him. I think he's a little bit too big. He's big. I think he could deliver on it, but I think there's some other things he could do. As far as Wesley Snipes, I hope that he's involved with it as far as him passing on the torch or some type of, way. I just hope some type of way he's involved with it because I think that'll be the best thing for him and the fans who want some of both. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to see how that goes. What else is there in the chat? What's up, Edward Haskell 420? Video output low. Your YouTube's not seeing nothing being maintained. Such as viewers will experience buffering. If y'all experiencing buffering, my bad. Shit's been bad. The internet has been crazy throughout my entire neighborhood for a while, so I apologize for that. Like I gotta have a high ass speed internet too to be able to do shit like this, and it's been just crazy. But I haven't checked out. It was kind of far though. I'll read that later. Phase 5 might be led by Blade and go Supernatural Midnight Suns. Also Bloodstone. Yeah, they've already said that Blade is Phase 5. So we already know after Phase 4 we get in Phase 5. I think everybody needs to just focus on some of the things that we got coming already. Like, granted, Kevin Feige announced, was like, yo, we'll talk about Fantastic Four and the mutants later. Here's something that I've heard and I even thought about as well. You have to look at this like this. D23 is Disney's biggest thing, and they got that happening next month, right? Marvel gave you some stuff that the Disney Plus stuff nobody thought we would get. Nobody thought we were getting the Disney Plus joints at Comic-Con, but we did. I feel like this was an alley-oop in basketball terms, or better yet, Marvel used their own movie to celebrate and promote their own products. Basically, this was their Infinity War, and D23 is going to be their end game. So I think that will be dope for that. The way you'll probably get more news than you ever thought. I really believe we got I've told people this for the longest. I believe in my heart that we already have our Fantastic Forecast. Plain and simple. I believe John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are your Reed Richards and Sue Storm. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's exactly who they are. Plain and simple. I would, people have been throwing around Zac Efron's name for Johnny Storm. I'm cool with that. But give me Ansel Elgort, how the hell you pronounce his name, from Baby Driver. Either or, I'm good. The thing is always kind of a toss-up. Because it's like, it'd be somebody you never expected. So, you can throw out crazy names. People like Terry Crews for the Thing. I wouldn't mind it. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I don't care who you do for Thing, because quite honestly, we're not going to really see their face. So, it's kind of crazy with that. The mutants, again, y'all know I keep shit 100 with y'all. Stop trying to rush the mutants into the MCU, because here's the problem. They have backstories, and if they are just introduced now and rushed in, you're going to be mad because their stories are not told the way they're told. And now their origins can't be told the way they used to be told, because this is an MCU. Once we bring them in from the multiverse, if in the multiverse they've already been the mutants and their situations, they've had abilities, then that's perfect. But don't just worry about how you throw them into a movie with the Avengers, because that shit's going to be trash. If you're in the super chat, if you're in the chat and you super chat me, I'm telling you this right now. I'm doing some giveaways. So one of the giveaways I'm going to do through the Super Chat, it ain't much, but I know a lot of people was trying to get this. During the whole Marvel Hall H panel, Kevin Feige announced right before they brought out Mahershala Ali that they were doing a giveaway to everybody in attendance, and they were getting these Marvel Studios Black Widow hat, which they have. These are on set. These are the actual set hats they use for Marvel Studios Black Widow. Yo, whoever throw people in the Super Chat today, you have a chance to win this. Real talk. And like, this is a real official thing. Like, this is only a Comic-Con exclusive. So, yo, you be able to get that. Super Chat's in the chat. You pump up. I'll see what you're doing. There's been a lot of people scrolling while I'm talking. So, I don't want to seem like I'm rude to not catch you, but it's so much. And I love the love, and I'm appreciative. Let's see. Darren. What's up, Jay? Keep doing your thing, bro. Glad to see you using your platform in a positive way. Continue blessings, man. Thank you very much. Y'all already know I will continue to do that for sure. JJ says, Ali is 45 now. By the time the movie releases, he'll be 48. I don't doubt that he will deliver and stay jacked, but starting a franchise at 48, what you think about that? Paul Rudd is 52, 53 fucking years old. Plain and simple. Paul Rudd is old. Robert Downey Jr. was almost there. A lot of these people we cast that we don't. Chadwick Boseman's like 41, 42. Now, granted, I'm not saying in the 50s, but a lot of these people are way much older than what we think it is. We think they are, excuse me. So, y'all got to remember. And you got to remember that doesn't mean anything. Also, that doesn't say, just because the movie may come out later, that doesn't say that they may eventually go into production later. They could start production soon. Like, a script could start to be written, directors and all this, and casting and pre-pro and all that planning. So, it's potential. All right, so I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's possible. No problem for that. Yeah, man, again, Super Chat fans, we got a chance to win this. Also, what else? So Amazon did something nice. Now, normally I'm covering the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes, right? Amazon had activation for their shows coming out, Carnival Row, The Expanse, and The Boys. And in that, they gave away these special Amazon.com Prime Video tokens. These were only available through the Super Chat. Through the activation, excuse me. They each have logos from the show. Like, this is from Carnival Row. This gold one in particular is from The Boys. The Carnival Row, The Boys, and The Expanse. So I'm going to give these tokens away as well. Shout out to Errol Haskell. Edward says, Jay, I agree with WandaVision. I think she loses her shit and it causes the multiverse problem, or either her and Doctor Strange team up to fix it, or the part of the problem is they fight each other. Hashtag Mad Titan Podcast. I appreciate you, Edward. Yo, I do believe she loses her shit. She's always been close to Matt to going crazy. Remember, when she lost Vision, and she was... Let me just do this. This is how I do this breakdown first. Wanda Maximoff is the most powerful person in the MCU. Why do I say that? Because not only did she have to hold back Thanos, she had to destroy an Infinity Stone while killing the love of her life at the same time in Infinity War, right? If eventually she goes crazy, imagine how much that power that can be. And with Doctor Strange dealing with what he has to deal with, I do think that the multiverse is open. Granted, Mysterio was on BS in Spider-Man Far From Home. The multiverse is open. We'll find out more about it. She will be the conduit to it. Doctor Strange even knows it already exists. So that's how you do that. But yeah. Carnival Row, Amazon tokens. JJ said, okay, so EON001, says, my theory is that mutants have always existed in small numbers. Then after Endgame, more mutants started popping up like an epidemic. Here's what I think about that. I do think there are certain people who've had abilities. I don't even know if it's like mutants, per se. I think the best way to introduce them is through another universe that comes together. I think that's the best way to introduce them, because a lot of people are going to be mad if we don't have the Wolverine story. Wolverine pops up and it's just a dude now who has claws. And they're like, yo, how did you get that? And he said some shit like, I was born with metal in my body. Just some random BS. People would be mad because they just threw it in there. You got to explain the thing. Now, we don't need to see him go through the Weapon X program, but you want things to be the same. All right? Yo, let me see. Who says? Jack's Packet 100 says, from your last YouTube live, you definitely called that 2-time Oscar winner with Mahershala Ali. I'm telling y'all this shit. I've been calling all this. So, I'm just gonna keep calling shit left and right. Also, alright, so I'm gonna give y'all shit left and right, right? Let me see how many people in this chat. So, see if y'all were dead. 29 people watching. I don't care. Y'all my fans. Y'all rock with me. I'm going to rock with y'all. 29 people watching. All right, so the big crossover for the Arrowverse is coming up in December. Crisis on Infinite Earths. First of all, shouts out to Warner Brothers TV. I got a chance to kick it with most of the cast on the different shows on the boat party that we had, the Blurred and Bougie boat party Friday. That was amazing. Much love to Lachelle Sargent and Wendy Roseberry for putting that together. Yo, they made something amazing and beautiful happen. And DJ D Nice on the boat, Estelle singing American Boy. It was just one of them groove vibes. But I always have something for y'all. And y'all be like, yo, Jay, what can you tell us? What can't you tell us? You follow me on Twitter, you probably already saw this. So we know that Brandon Routh is going to be the Kingdom Come Superman along with Tyler Hoechlin as Superman for the crossover. You're getting the third Superman. And that third Superman is Tom Welling. Plain and simple. Okay. Now, if you don't believe me, when it drops, come back and be like, how the fuck did he know? It's happening. All right. For those jumping in the chat, what's happening? I'm going to try to acknowledge everybody. Zizzy Jams, what's up, bro? What's happening? Again, I'm doing, to the super chat people who've been coming in, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Edward Haskell. I'm doing 2 giveaways as of right now. Amazon had their activation, which featured settings from The Boys, The Expanse, and Carnival Row. And only during there, they give out these special commemorative Amazon Prime tokens that basically were, reflective of the shows. They're 5 silver, 1 gold. I'm giving those away. Also, during the Hall H panel at Comic-Con, Kevin Feige said that everybody in attendance would be getting these special hats, these Black Widow Marvel Studios 2020 hats. So y'all can see this shit is real. Marvel Studios 2020 Black Widow. Okay, these are only Comic-Con exclusives. Super chat, you can win that. What else did I have for y'all? Yeah, if you want to win the movie Breakthrough, you can win the movie Breakthrough. It's there. But that's the people in the super chat. I'm gonna go ahead and see that. Somebody says, what else? Jay Curious though. Shouts out to Edward. He says, Jay Curious though, did Feige reveal months ago during Disney Plus that WandaVision takes place in the 1950s? If so, how the hell does an older Monica Rambeau feature into it? Well, it could be set in the 50s, but you gotta be. We're talking about 2 people who can deal with. We're talking about somebody who can deal with basically time and space at the end of the day. I think that's why it had that 50s sound and groove. I think we'll play into time as a factor as well. Not 100% sure, but I think we'll find out a lot more at D23. Granted, it's only next month, but I think we'll find out a lot more. Evo Rebirth says Taskmaster is showing up on the Bucky Falcon TV show. I'm calling it. I want to see that, but I think it'll depend on what happens. What happens in the Black Widow movie. Because if he lives throughout the Black Widow movie, yes, he'll show back up. Absolutely. If he doesn't, I don't think so. But I'm not sure if you want to get rid of people so quickly. Because I do think we use Florence Pugh to become the new Black Widow. Because that's how, Scarlett Johansson's character is dead after Endgame. Spoiler alert. So we'll see what that happens. Is anyone in here chat really delayed the live stream? Keep getting interruptions. Yeah. For some reason, my internet here at the crib is going crazy. So let me see what I can shut the hell down. Like, my internet at the crib is going crazy and I'm the only one using it. So, man, I am so sorry. I'm trying to get this going. I can't control it. I don't know why the hell. Let me see. I ain't using that. We can close that screen. I'm not using that screen. I'm not using the email. I'm not using that. I'm using that. I'm not using anything that I'm using. I use my Wi-Fi. Oh, let me turn off my. There we go. My phone was on my Wi-Fi. So let's get rid of that. I want to make sure I give y'all everything I can through this. So, my bad. Got that. My phone's on that. Yeah. Again. So, it's all crazy what's going on. Yeah. And they gave out 7,000 hats. And this is one of the 7,000. So, Super Chat, you win this. It's Comic-Con exclusive. I'm going to give it away through here. Let me see. I'm echoing. How the hell am I echoing when I didn't even... That is crazy. It shouldn't be echoing at all, but we'll figure out something. Let's see. It's gotta be rated R. Yeah, Blade has gotta be rated R. We'll see what happens with that. Oh, because I know why I'm echoing. Because my goddamn speakers are on. Let me turn that off. I can hear myself. So we'll stop the echoing like that. Plain and simple. So crazy with all this stuff. I'm still trying to get this new camera and everything. Yeah, so that's that. What else happened I want to talk about? The crossover, yeah. It's dope they announced that Burt Ward, the original Robin, is going to be part of it. Let's see. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off of this. Oh, yeah, I got all type of devices hooked to the Wi-Fi right now, on top of the internet service in the area being slow. So some of this is on me. Oops, my bad. That goes be gone, all that. So I'm gonna go to the chat, man. I'm gonna see what y'all talking about in the chat. They gave us 7,000 hats. This crossover is gonna be huge. Yeah, it's gonna be way bigger than anybody can imagine. Like, this crossover is, I've been talking to some people, and this crossover is gonna be just dumbass stupid. If you thought Crisis on Earth X was crazy, Crisis on Infinite Earths is about to be bananas. Blade rated R, PG-13. I know Disney said they would put rated R movies on a different platform, but if that happens, how is it in the MCU? What do you mean? As long as it's a Marvel Studios movie, it's still in the MCU no matter where it goes. So remember, we said the Disney Plus shows are MCU shows. I think there's a possibility that I think we'll acknowledge at D23 what Ghost Rider and what Hellstrom is. I think the reason we didn't talk about Ghost Rider was because of Paramount having Gabriel Luna there for Terminator Dark Fate. I think now we'll be able to bring him out at D23 to talk about Ghost Rider. Granted, it's going on Hulu. It is still a Marvel Studios joint. So, I don't know. It's Marvel Studios because they own the property now. So, yeah, could be good. And I don't think look, right now, I'm not sure. Let me say this. How do I say this? I'm confusing and stepping over myself. Let me catch my thoughts. Ghost Rider was done on a TV show. Jeff Loeb had control of it. I don't know if he'll do the exact same thing and have control of it when it comes to his own series. If it does, then that explains why it's on Hulu. Granted, but still be rated R, as will Hellstrom. Now, if they allow Kevin Feige and the rest of Marvel Studios to have control of it, just like they do with the Disney Plus original shows, then it'll be connected. But the Disney Plus shows are for sure. The Disney Plus shows are for sure with the Marvel Universe. Let's see. Why the fuck are we editing? Okay, let's turn that down. There's something right here. Okay, I think this be, I don't know. We'll figure something out. By the way, shouts out to Shooting Star Prince for the shirt. I gotta make shout them out for the Bitch Please You've Been in Space. If y'all watch my review, when I did my trailer reaction to the first trailer reaction to Spider-Man Far From Home, when I heard Samuel L. Jackson say this, I was like, yo, I want this. I want this. Carrie Frazier, yo, you just asked a great question, and I'm going to say it for the people just joining the chat. Do you think any characters from Smallville to be involved like Tom Welling, Superman showing up as Batman in the multiverse? I don't know if he's going to show up as Batman, but I do know Tom Welling will show up as Superman. I'm not sure. I don't know if they might switch it, but I know Tom. I'm more than like, from what I've heard, he's Superman, but I know he's in the crossover. So we will see. Could Deadpool appear in Avengers at some point, and they would have to tone him down then? Well, I don't think so. And also, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's just say, if everything would have been going according to plan, a certain Merc with a mouth would have been on stage at Hall H. I just know about a few things. Y'all gonna be like, how does Jay know so much? He does. So, find out a lot. Yeah, so let's keep the chat going, the conversation going, dropping the super chat. Also, I do the super chat because it helps out a lot. It supports a lot. It helps raise things for me to do things better, to get more equipment and a better production and stuff like that. You know how you see everybody else? Look, I'm just going to call it what it is. When you see all these other channels and stuff like that with these great productions, great looks and everything, their supporters have helped them out, and I understand how dope it is. And that is, it requires a little bit of funding, on top of trying to fund it yourself. And so that's the reason why I do this. I even want to auction off a painting I did at Pennywise, but we want to see what happens with that. But for sure, I want to give away this Black Widow hat. Yeah, so that's really that. All right, what's up? What else we got on here? So Deadpool could appear at some point. Just acknowledge that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be live through Ghost Rider. Will live on through Ghost Rider. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was sad too. They had to announce that. It was sad they had announced the end of the 7th season, but it was more so sad they announced it before their panel. Like, let them have their panel and then afterwards acknowledge that they're being canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because that is some dope work they've done on that show. And yeah, it's ending, but why cut them off at the knees when they had to be on stage to talk about it? I felt like that wasn't a good thing, but that's personally me. Shouts out to the crew for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They've worked very hard for it. I know the homie Dorian is upset because he's in love with Chloe Bennett. Yeah, so again, super chat your way through here. This week though was really interesting. I interviewed the cast at Pennyworth. Yeah, let me talk about this. I interviewed the cast at Pennyworth. I'm gonna have the interviews coming up pretty soon. It's weird to try to care about a show that has a character that nobody really wanted to explore their background. Like, we hear about it, and the only time we see him do something was in Gotham. And then it's like weird to see a character where we're gonna find out all these skills and shit he has that he'll never use later. You know what I'm saying? Cause like Alfred never did shit. I mean, he helps fix the Batmobile. He helps make the suits with Bruce, but it's a British spy thing. The cast is dope. They have a lot of energy. I also found out that this is in the same universe as Gotham. So the first episode, I did not watch the pilot. I had opportunity to, did not watch the pilot. I will say that was on me. I was tired already. But I've heard the pilot is good. I did hear that. I'm not going to discredit the pilot. I just have a hard time trying to connect to the story. That is all for me. It's a limited series, which is thankful. We know that once it ends. But it's just hard to connect to something where, like, there are certain characters where we're like, yo, I would like to know more about them. I would like to go more in depth about them. But no one has ever, within the 60-something, 50-year history of Batman, 80-year history of Batman, or however long Alfred has been around part of Batman, that we've ever thought, yo, I want to know what Alfred was doing back in his life. He talks about it, but I want to see it. Or better yet, I want to see it in a full TV series. I don't know if anyone has ever said that. So, well, clearly somebody had now, because now we got a show. Yeah, let me go into this chat. I'm getting text messages about this shit too, so, which is crazy. It's crazy. People are actually texting me, like, I got some people texting me like, yo, how'd you know? And I'm like, don't worry how I know. So, Jack's Packet says, since Chris Evans passed off the Shield of Falcon and after the announcement of Captain the Winter Soldier series, will any of the 6 films left in Mackey's contract be named Captain America? Okay, that is a great ass question. Let me say it again. So Jack's Packet says, since Chris Evans passed off the Shields of Falcon and after the announcement of the Captain Winter Soldier series, which is officially called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I think sucks ass, will any of the 4 of the 6 films left in Mackey's contract be named Captain America? Absolutely. Absolutely. It has to be named Captain because he is Captain America. I know, I was trying to put this nice and be correct with the shit and try to be cool with it and not. So the Comics Gate dweebs, the motherfuckers from Red Letter Media was like, well, all this forced diversity and then blah 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 and why you gotta change things and you gotta try to social justice warriors. Look, they made Captain America black because you know why? When Captain America was made white, those were pretty much the main soldiers you gave a fuck about. Even though black soldiers, Asian soldiers, German soldiers, Indian soldiers, all types of soldiers was giving their life for the country. Just want to say that in World War I and II. Okay, cool. Now, there's precedent. There is a Captain America comic book with Sam Wilson as the captain. I believe that one of his movies have to be titled Captain America. I don't think we should change the formula just because it's not Chris Evans, because it's not Steve Rogers. I think we definitely keep it Captain America for whatever the next Captain America movie is. And I also believe we definitely keep the Russos at the helm. I don't want to see... I'm sorry, I just can't see myself watching another Captain America movie without the Russos. You know what I'm saying? Did I notice the 10 Rings Easter eggs appeared throughout the MCU movies? Absolutely. I always noticed them. 10 Rings was always dropped here. It was just dropped, hinted here. I believe the 10 Rings of the Mandarin is who Sonny Burch's boss was in Ant-Man and the Wasp, because we never found out who his boss was. So that's that. The super chat is open as well. Thank you to everybody that's joining in. Yo, right now if you're here, I'm recapping some of the shit that happened at Comic-Con, some of the stuff that's going down with the MCU, the DCU, the DC universe, and whatnot. Yo, speaking of the DC universe, shouts out to the cast and crew of Doom Patrol on being announced for they were renewed for a 2nd season. That shit needed to happen. If you can go back here on the channel, I have a whole playlist of all the reviews I've done after episode 1. I did the rest of the reviews with Winston Marshall. And we promoted that show so hard because it is a weird show, but it is solid. its story is solid before it being what it is. And you know why people are like, oh, I don't get it? You didn't get the Guardians of the Galaxy at first. There's a small handful of people who knew who the fuck the Star-Lord was, Gamora, Drax, a talking raccoon, and a talking tree were. And if you tell me, yo, I all the time knew, and you ain't that much of a fan, you're a fucking liar. The world at large didn't know who the Guardians were until all of a sudden they made this nice cast. The cast of Doom Patrol makes this show, which, by the way, I had the pleasure and the honor of meeting Diane Guerrero on the Warner Brothers TV San Diego Comic-Con boat party, the Blurred and Bougie party. I walked up to her and said, I want to tell you, first and foremost, I love everything you've done in the show. I appreciate you so much to the point where when I do my reviews, I have hashtagged it Diane Guerrero for Emmy nomination and hashtag Emmy Patrol. And she said to me, oh my God, that's you. I said yes. And she was like, I can't believe it, and was crying. And I had to hold back from crying because she was happy that somebody appreciated and respected what she does in this show. Diane Guerrero is fucking phenomenal. I'm not saying it as a fanboy. I'm not saying it as somebody weird. That woman plays 64 characters with 64 personalities. And at one point in time or another, the camera will have her snap in between personalities without cutting or anything. And she goes to different ones. And they are different people. That woman deserved to be nominated for an Emmy. It is fucked up that she was slighted because it's a DC show and people don't want to pay it any attention. That is my rant on that. I'm glad they got a second season. Okay? I'm glad they got a second season. But it just pissed me off because it was like, we made sure Titans got announced from jump. Titans hadn't even been done with season 1 and y'all announced season 2. And now we get the pitches, which Deathstroke fucked me up because I was mad. Y'all know how I'm a Deathstroke fan and I didn't like how you looked. Just don't. I don't. Just saying it. Don't like it. But I'm happy you got a second season. I haven't heard anything yet about Stargirl. I think something's happening with that. What else can I tell y'all? What else happened over the weekend? I'm playing with the Amazon.com coin. The Amazon Prime coins. Fuck. I'm so tired. I literally am exhausted. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I am exhausted. I unpacked. I couldn't fall asleep till like 2 o'clock. I got back up at 7, 8 o'clock. Just took my ass to the gym. Got home about 30 minutes ago to make sure I was here live with y'all. I am fucking exhausted. I am exhausted. But I wanted to be on here with y'all. One of the dope things about Comic-Con is always the parties where you get to go out and kick it and you meet a lot of people. Like I keep talking about the Warner Brothers party, but you get to meet a lot of people, network, and just connect with people. And a lot of times you go to the parties and you're just like, I just want to have fun. Because me personally, that is who I am. I'm a dude that just want to have fun. I don't give a shit who you are. Like, I mean, I give a shit that you're a celebrity. I mean, that you are on TV or film, but I don't care to be starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like, Xavier Woods and Drake Maverick were there. And I was like, yo, what's up? I was like, yo, y'all know some of my homies who are in the back. I trained with them, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, shit. We just talked. And we were cool. Also, it just so happened, it was nice that people noticed me and recognized me at Comic-Con. Speaking of which, I got something going down I wanted to show y'all, okay? So shouts out to everybody that came out Thursday night to Mark Ellis and friends at the American Comedy Company. I was on the first show, the 7:30 show, with myself, Joe Starr, Nick Scarpino, Jerry Rocha, Kate Mulligan, who else? I'm missing some fucking body. I think that was it. But it was so dope, and thank you to all the people that came out to the show. The second show I heard was lit too, and it was popping off. I was hanging out with the homeboy BC, and we were going through the gas lamp. But as mentioned there, and I've been telling everybody, if you follow me for the longest, I've constantly been talking about this. I have not stopped promoting it, putting it out there since I got the flyer. I am doing my own 1 hour stand-up special. I am doing that on Thursday, August 29th at Catch One Underground LA in Los Angeles, California, okay? I know now it is, you can get your tickets right now for www.shptickets.com. The one thing that pissed me off the most, and again, this is my platform, I'm gonna be raw as fuck, I don't care. This is what pissed me off. I had certain people say, oh man, I wish I'd have known your show was on Thursday because I leave to go to New York for the Schmodown on Saturday. The Schmodown is that Saturday. Y'all, you wasn't coming no way. I know you weren't coming. Stop telling me that shit. I hate people who try to do that. I don't think y'all understand. I'm not one of them these LA dudes who need you to bullshit and lie to them. You weren't coming no way unless my show was attached to the Schmodown somehow, some way. Unless it was the day before Mark Ellis' show attached to the Schmodown. You weren't coming. So don't fucking tell me you were coming. I'm sorry I gotta be upset, but that shit pissed me off in my core. Don't lie to me. Don't sit there saying, man, I wish I'd have been known about your show. I've been constantly posting about it. You can comment on shit, you can tweet shit, you can like shit, but don't tell me about that you fucking didn't know. Don't tell me that, because you wasn't coming no way unless it was attached to the Schmodown. So I know it. So stop bullshitting me. Say that shit's for somebody else who wants to hear it and who can't read through bullshit. But if you support me like you do, you genuinely support me, you genuinely rock with me, you genuinely appreciate me like I appreciate you. Thursday, August 29th. It is 4 days after my birthday, so it is also my birthday bash. My birthday is August 25th. 4 days after my birthday at Catch One Underground, 4067 West Pico Boulevard in Los Angeles. I'm doing 1 hour of what I'm calling educated insanity, so please come out and please support. If you can't be there, spread the word, but just don't lie to me to my face and try to bullshit me, because it irks my soul. Shouts out to Rudy Rueda, who dropped in Super Chat. He says, how do you feel about that new Cats trailer? That shit is terrifying. That shit is horrifying. I got a chance to do a review with Robert and Vanessa from Late to the Party. We did a trailer reaction together. We were having to be in the press room together. The shit dropped. I was like, yo, let's do this reaction together. That shit's terrifying. Stop trying to tell me that shit is beautiful. I haven't seen Midsommar, but Somar or whatever, but they say the shit's just as terrifying as that. Then somebody took the theme from the Us fucking trailer and put it on there, and it matched up equally. That shit is terrifying. Those cats, no. Cat titties? Let me tell you something. Yo, I get we want them to look, it's artistic. That shit's scary. To watch Rebel Wilson with big furry titties, Taylor Swift, even big furry titties, Jennifer Hudson, who's the homie, look like she in black cat face. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay? I think I saw a penguin cat. I'm confused. Shit was terrifying. I had nightmares. I had fucking nightmares. Okay? I had nightmares. So, that's what I'm telling y'all. Shit hurt my soul. It hurt my heart. I don't get it. The original fucking play, musical, movie, whatever it was, wasn't that great. And I know people like, well, it's the dude that made Les Mis and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't give a fuck what you made in the past. That don't automatically mean I gotta like what you do in the present. Stop saying that. Now, granted, I know I just said, yeah, if the Russo brothers make another Captain America film, that's what I want. Well, their track record has been incredibly solid for me to know I'm doing that. And a trailer that they put out doesn't terrify the shit out of me. The trailer they put out doesn't make me have to take drugs, so I have a nightmare suppressant. Okay? But that Cats trailer did. And I didn't even have those drugs. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's fucked up, people. It's fucked up. Okay. Go back in the chat. Get some sleep before Raw reunion. 40 plus people return, and all I care about is Austin 16. So him and Kevin do both do stunners on Shane. Then Austin stuns KO. I can have that. Jay keeping it real 124/7. Jay, I said 98% of the people lying. Maybe 2% would have. I can't make that show, but I'm hoping you're coming to NYC in August. If I'm in NYC in August, I will be there. If I'm part of the Schmodown that's coming to New York City again live in August, I will be there. I'm going to be straight up and honest. I'll be there. I'll be leaving out on Friday morning, though, because I have a show. You know what? Because I know how to do that. I know how to, even if I was, it just fucking frustrates me. It just frustrates me. It just frustrates me. It really does. It just frustrates me. Alright, so what else we got going on in chat for those? Dude, great Cats trailer reaction. Yeah, thank you. Too bad fucking Universal was like, you gotta demonetize the video because they want to claim it. Oh, I guess because I'm not big enough for Universal. So they was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't go ahead and monetize your reaction to being terrified of this fucking video. Whatever. Thanks for tuning. Please encourage them knowingly. Hope you had a wonderful event. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know that. Went to the parties. They had a Ready Player One party. It was okay. Dude is bugging talking about watching Cats over episode 9. Who the fuck said they would watch Cats over episode 9? Who is on cocaine? Laced with cocaine? Who said, why would you say that? Why would you say, look, I need people to stop going, man, well, The Last Jedi was trash and blah, 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 blah. They brought back J.J. Abrams because a lot of people just complained. They cried and whined. I mean, yeah, look, you're fair to not like a movie. It's fair. It's okay. But the way people are like, they killed the blah, 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 blah. It's a fictional movie. They killed my childhood. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. First of all, you're grown. Your childhood is not dead. Okay? And also, to an extent, the movie's not for you. It's for a new generation. Just want people to say that. But you said you wanted to go see Cats? What the fuck? Why? Why would you want to go see Cats over episode 9? Okay? You don't want to go see Cats. What your best bet is to do is to take a couple of lines of Ajax, right? Put them on the table. Grab a razor blade, chop it up. Add a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on top of it, and then cut it back up after it dries out. Take a straw and put it in your nose. That's better than watching Cats. That's better than watching Cats. Shouts out to everybody that's just joining the chat, man. Of course, if you are new to the chat, what I'm doing, I'm talking with everybody, Q&A, Comic-Con recap, all that good shit, live life stuff, living life stuff. Ugh. Also, giving away this exclusive Marvel Studios Black Widow hat. Only 7,000 were given out in attendance this weekend during the Hall H Comic-Con panel. I have won, and Super Chat people are eligible to win it. So it is a collectible. I even got a Black Panther one from when they announced it. I should have done a giveaway on that, but, you know, collectibles. All right, so let me see. Ed Haskell says, my New York schedule is team action, been and gone. Okay. Dude is bugging so much of Cats. Man, look like Cat in the Hat Blade. Cat's really Zoobly Zoo movie. Yeah, it's a hell of a drug. Facts. Jay, you watching The Boys when it comes? Okay, so shit gets rejected. Okay, I didn't take these movies away. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Evo Rebirth. I would watch episode 9 10 times before I watch Cats. Are you watching The Boys when it comes out on Amazon? What are you thinking about the trailers? So I saw one trailer and I thought it was kind of dope. I was like, yo, I like the way we're doing this. Never Meet Your Heroes. This is a completely different take on superheroes. And so I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it heavily. So, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm going to watch it when it drops. Episode 9 is going to make bank. Of course it is. It's a Star Wars movie, no matter how we feel about it. So, and let me bring that up real quick, because somebody's going to say, it's going to bomb. Do you know what bombing, what a movie means? It means it makes nothing at all. Most studios don't give a shit about the reviews. We've seen that from a certain studio. They don't want to bring them up. They don't care about critic reviews. They don't care about audience reviews. You know what they care about? The money it makes at the box office. When a movie makes 1.5 times its budget, its profit, it's a win. The majority of movies that people like to say bombed all have succeeded. The majority, and these are these big box office movies. People are like, oh, well, it bombed. No, it didn't. It didn't. It didn't make the movie the money you thought it was going to make in comparison to another film, but it did not bomb. It did not. And I want to tell you how I know it didn't bomb, because a lot of these other movies go right, sequels and movies attached to that film go right into production immediately afterwards. Ta-da! If I'll go see Cats when I want to end it. All right, I just caught this in the chat. Evo Rebirth says, I'll go see Cats when I want to end it all. Damn. That's kind of deep. That's hella deep. That's crazy. That's kind of crazy right there. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else I want to talk about before I get up out of here, because this is going down some. So while this goes down, pay me $1,000 and I'll watch Cats in IMAX. You ain't never... Yo, if somebody gives me $1,000, I will watch Cats in... Pay me, and I promise you this, I will watch Cats in IMAX, leave my phone somewhere else so I don't touch them, pay full attention to the movie, and don't run out at any point. At all. At all. Okay? Yeah, so shout out to everybody that's still watching. I mean, I'm trying to have some talk about it. It's like hard to keep on me and some of the things back and forth. What else during Comic-Con was a highlight for me? Shout out to Geekscape. Jonathan London and Matt Kelly had me at the Geekscape booth on Friday, and I was there to be there with the legendary DMC from Run DMC. And I've talked to DMC so many times, I interviewed him a couple times, and now we just hang out and kick it and chop it up. And it was so dope being able to be at the booth with him, and have people coming to see him, coming to see me. I felt kind of important. I felt kind of special, man. So that was a definite highlight from my weekend. That was a definite highlight of my weekend. You know, like there's certain things you do and whatnot, and to be able to be part of that was great. Y'all know I told y'all before on one of the live streams, I don't I don't feel like, I get the credit or respect sometimes I deserve, or not that I deserve, that I put the work in for. And yeah, I don't work just to be acknowledged, but it'd be nice to be acknowledged. And have fans who like to meet you and stop you and take pictures and everything, and people want you to be at that booth and do an appearance. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope for me, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah, so my super chat is open, so I haven't seen anything in the super chat, so we're gonna keep going. What else happened? Waking up early in the morning trying to get a Macho Man Slim Jim figure, WWE figure that was sold out every day is ridiculous. The convention hall will open at 9:30 and should be sold out before the thing even opens. Like how? Sway? How? It's not possible. It is what it is. All right. So somebody just sent 5 photos. You home? Yeah. I'm gonna be paying attention to y'all and everything. I'm multitasking. Sorry. Winston Marshall just texted me. You at the crib? I'm like, yeah. Yep. This is real. I'm texting y'all. Telling y'all who I'm texting. Where is it? Oh shit! Hold on. You ever accidentally think you sent the message you weren't supposed to send? I think I just did that. Like, whoops. Yo, so I almost sent a picture of something I wasn't supposed to send, and I was screaming on the train. Just won't say that. Alright, so these pictures go. I watch Cats in 4DX for $100. They put Cats in 4DX. That is just wasting all the money. Somebody just sent me a meme. So this is how real I'm gonna be with y'all. Somebody just sent me a meme that says, "Have you ever ate some pussy so good that you turned her over and looked on her back for the ingredients?" Yes. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. All right, so I wanted to do